Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one we're talking about the NBA for Friday, March 15th. In the video, we have 5 picks for you guys to consider, so stay tuned in the video to hear all 5 of the picks. If you guys are not in the private Discord, we give out a ton of picks. We have 5+ cappers giving out picks in here. Bunch of hits yesterday. You could see members of the private Discord hitting slips on Underdog. Prize Picks, Josh Cole hit a bunch of nice slips. Continue to come down, bunch of hits. One of our cappers, Blame the Flame, hitting a ton of picks as well. He gives out a ton in here. It's less than $1 per day on the monthly plan, so definitely check it out. But also, we're going to open up the free sections of the Discord over here, where we have a ton of people talking about the NBA and other sports. So definitely make sure to get in the free section at least. But if you want access to a ton of picks from 5+ cappers, it'll be less than $1 per day to get the private Discord, but the free Discord is open as well. So definitely make sure to get in there at least. Now let's get into this one. The first one we're going to go to is going to be Zion under on his points plus assists of 29.5 here. So this one is a line that Zion has been hitting a decent amount as of late. Tough matchup here against the Pelicans. We can see over on Outlier, which does have a free 7-day trial. It's a tool I use every single day for player props. I think a great tool. You can see some of the stuff we can do over here. On the season at 29.5, he's only hit this 41% of the time. You can see he's hit it in his last 2 games, but he's hit it in 2 of his last 7 games. And then also the tough matchup. A really cool thing you could do on Outlier is you could change this graph. So we can look at games that he's played with Brandon Ingram and with CJ McCollum. This drops down to only 34% hit right here for Zion. So the assist rate with those guys goes down, and the scoring as well, the combination. So for Zion, going to be taking the under in this game. That's a tougher matchup here against a good defensive team in the Clippers. So for Zion, I'm going to take the under. They just have a ton of guys that can go off at any time with McCollum, Ingram, even Valanciunas sometimes. So going to go under on Zion here for the first pick. The second pick we're going to go to, it's going to be another under. We're going to go to Taylor Hendricks here and go under on his points plus assists as well at 10.5. It's definitely a good matchup against Atlanta, but Hendricks is coming back from an injury in this game, and I don't think the minutes are going to be secure. So if we come look at Hendricks, I mean, already it's just a line he doesn't hit a lot, but obviously the minutes have been very inconsistent. They have it at 9.5. We're getting it at 10.5, and we're taking the under. So getting a bit of savings. He's hit this 13% of the time this year, but obviously, the minutes have been up. So before he got injured in this game, he was playing around 28 minutes per game. But even in the 4 games he's played 26 or more minutes, he's only hit this one time. So it's not like he's hitting it a lot when he plays the minutes either. So 23 and above minutes, he's hit it in 2 of 8 games. So still, even if he gets the minutes, it's not like a guarantee he's going to be hitting this one. And then also, they have a bunch of guys back now. They just got Darius Baisley signed. They still have John Collins. They have Walker Kessler back now. They signed Kenneth Lofton. Micah Potter got minutes last game. Samanik started last game. Sensabaugh's been playing. So I think they're just trying a bunch of guys out, and I don't think that Hendricks is secure for high 20s of minutes. And even if he is, I don't think it's a lock that he's going to be hitting this one. So I just think this line's too high. For him coming back injury, don't think the minutes are going to be secure. If it comes out that he's starting, I'm not going to like this one as much, but I still am going to like it. But I don't believe that he will be starting in this one, coming back off that injury, but we will see. And then the next one, we're going to another Jazz player on the under. John Collins at 29.5, just a really high line for John Collins. I remember this one earlier in the year when it was like 20.5, 19.5 on the PRA, and we were smashing the over. But now that it's up at 29.5, it's a huge line for Collins. And then you can see this is on OddsJam. So OddsJam, they do have a free trial plus 25% off if you use the link down below. All these other sites have it at 28.5. So they find you value like that, where the lines are different, or maybe it's, minus 150 or something on these other sites, but they all have it at 28.5. Even that is a high line here. So it did get bumped down a little bit with OddsJam. I refreshed it right before the video and it was 29.5. Now it's at 29 flat, but still liking the under on this for Collins, just a really high line. But with OddsJam, they give you the best value, and a lot of times that gets taken off the board because it is such good value over there. So Collins still at 29 flat. We'll be taking the under. We can see for Collins, we'll just look at 28.5 here. He's only hit this in 25% of his games. And you can see as of late, he's been kind of on a hot streak hitting this one. We could look at the last 10. He's hit it in 6 of 10, but missed it in his last 2. And why is that? Because Walker Kessler is back, who actually, they haven't had Markkanen, but we could look at games with Kessler. This drops down to 22% because Kessler does take some of Collins' minutes at the center position. Without him, he was really playing all the center minutes. So we could see John Collins with Walker Kessler in the lineup. He's averaging 27.1 minutes. And then we could come up here and look at Collins without Walker Kessler. In 11 games, he was averaging 33.5 minutes. So the minutes are way more, obviously, without Kessler, which is, I think, a reason why he's hit this one a little more, 36% of the time without Kessler. And like we saw with Kessler, only 22% of the time. So for Collins and the OddsJam pick, going to him there at 29 flat now. Did drop a little, but I still am liking that one. Then for the next pick, we're going to go is Isaiah Stewart here. We're going to go over on his points here at 10.5. This is just a line he's hit a ton. Definitely a tougher matchup here against Miami, but the Pistons have been playing pretty well, and Isaiah Stewart's been playing a lot of minutes and scoring pretty effectively. So we're going to go to Isaiah Stewart here again. We can see Stewart on the season. He's hit this 60% of his games. And as of late, we could see the minutes definitely have been there. So he's played 36, 31, 34, 33, and then almost 33 again in his last 5 games. So the minutes are super secure here. If we just give him 30 minutes on the season, he's hit this 72% of the time. So definitely like to see that from Stewart. Definitely a tough matchup, but if you look head-to-head, Stewart in his last 3 games against the Heat, he's hit over this in all 3 of them over the past 2 seasons. So liking Stewart for all those reasons. The last pick here we're going to go to is going to be Kelly Olenic, under on his rebounds at 6.5 against Orlando. A really tough matchup for Kelly Olenic, who's not really a big rebounder even if he's getting all these minutes. So for Olenic, you can see on the season he's only hit this 17% of the time. Obviously playing a lot more minutes now with Toronto, especially with Jakob Poeltl out. So we can just look at Toronto games. So let's just look at games he's played with Emmanuel quickly. Still, it's only 20% of the games, 3 of 15. We can also look as of late. He's missed this one in 6 straight games, and he's been playing big minutes. In his last 6, he's played 26 or more minutes, played 30 minutes in the last one. I do think Toronto's just going to get blown out pretty good against Orlando, who's great defensively. Toronto struggles to score as it is, and Orlando should be scoring at will against them. Can also look, Orlando allows the least rebounds per game, 40 in the NBA. So really tough rebounding matchup for Olenic here. But yeah, I do think that they could get blown out as well, and he may not see over 30 minutes in this game as well. So for all those reasons, going to go under on Olenic at 6.5. So if you guys want to join up in the Discord, we open up the free section. We usually don't open it up that much, but we are opening it up for you guys today. So join up in the free section. If you guys want access to all these picks and see how people are hitting these massive slips, we have 5+ cappers in here. I'm just one of them giving out picks. A ton of big hits yesterday, so join up. It's less than $1 per day on the monthly plan. So we'll see you over in the Discord, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.